And brothers and sisters, there are, and we can all make a long litany of things that oppress and degrade human life and dignity. We know the challenges we face in this world. And together as the body of Christ, we bear witness to the dominion of Jesus Christ. When we serve human life, we're not just serving the needs of the people who need us. In serving them, we're proclaiming the one who is Lord over that human life. And this is one of the meanings of the relationship between the two great commandments: love God, love one another. It's not like, oh, well, I'll follow one and hopefully I can follow the other. They are inextricably linked. They're an aspect of one another. When we're serving human beings, when we're reflecting the fact that the only appropriate response to the human person is love and service, then we are in that very action bearing witness to the fact that we are not the Lord over that human life, but He is. And we can all make this long litany of problems that we have in our society. But brothers and sisters, there is nothing that is taking more human life in our world today than this ongoing evil of abortion. Nothing is taking more human life. No crime, no disease, no natural disaster, no war, no act of terrorism, not drug abuse, not AIDS, not cancer, not heart disease, nothing. And so the people of God, if we serve the one who is alone, able to say, I am, the one who alone has dominion over human life and the one who sets people free from oppression, if we're to give witness to Him in the world, well then we stand against this evil of abortion. But let me say right from the outset, and I'll delve into some aspects of this as I go on with my message, that standing against abortion does not mean that we stand against those who feel they have to have an abortion or who have already had abortions. In standing with Christ, we stand with life, and we stand with His people who are being oppressed, with that mother and that father as much as with that baby. The love is indivisible. The love is universal. We're not free to exclude anyone from our love. And so this is a movement, when we talk about the pro-life movement, when we talk about Christians as the people of life, it's a movement of love. It's a movement of compassion. It's a movement driven by the desire to serve. We don't want to take women's rights away. We want to take away their despair. We want to come alongside those who feel like they have no choice but abortion. We won't want to say to them, you're condemned. Those who've had abortions, we're not standing in front of them with fingers of condemnation pointed. We're standing beside them with hands of mercy extended to lift them up out of despair. And so this message must be clearer and clearer. And God, in His dominion over human life, is honored by that. You know, one day I was, as I often do in my travels across the country, praying in front of an abortion facility in the Midwest, and a number of people praying with me there. And the facility was open, and one of the administrators of the facility noticed that one of the men who was in our group, literally his toes were a few inches over the property line. And they came out yelling and screaming at that man, "Get your feet off our property." So I was leading the prayers at that point, and I looked up at that administrator and I said, "And when are you going to get your hands off God's property?"